tonight on CTV3 News. Gunfire shatters the quiet community of Corozal. After the sound of bullets ceased, one well-known DJ lay dead while another sustained injuries. But which of the men was the intended target, and is this the latest murder drug-related? Corozal Bay Area Representative Thea Garcia Ramirez calls on community members to form neighborhood watch committees amidst recent gun violence. And a collision between a minivan and loaded cane truck parked on the side of the Philip Wilson Highway leaves several persons injured, including minors. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Wednesday, May 27th, 2026.
When speed matters, every second counts. Get ahead with ExpressNet. Fast, reliable, ready when you are.
From Belize to Mexico, the journey of football's greatest moments will unite nations. Mexico, the only country to host the World Cup 3 times, 1970, 1986, and now in 2026, you can be a part of the game with Centaur. We're sending you and a friend to experience the opening of the World Cup firsthand. 2 tickets, flights, 3-night stay, and daily cash. One incredible opportunity. How to enter? Sign up for one of our new Express Plus bundles. Remember, faster speeds mean more entries. Existing customers, keep your account at 0 balance or pay in advance to be eligible. Plus, engage with us on social media for even more chances to win. The 2026 World Cup in Mexico awaits. Don't just watch, be part of it and score big with Centaur.
From whiskeys and wines to elegantly crafted cocktails. Paired with charcuterie boards and perfectly seasoned steak bites, and much more. Perfect for celebrations, quiet nights, and every special occasion in between. 7 Notes Wine and Spirits, where every sip hits the right note.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
My name is Dr. Rosita Jimenez, and I'm a general laparoscopic surgeon. We have just finished an emergency appendectomy, and we're now moving on to our second operating theater for our laparoscopic gallbladder screening. Basically, this is very easy to diagnose. Simple abdominal ultrasound or a pan-abdominal ultrasound can give us the diagnosis. Laparoscopic gallbladder removal surgeries, 90 to 80% of the time, are done due to gallstones. However, there are other conditions like tumors, malfunctioning of the gallbladder that also are reasons to get a laparoscopic surgery. We also have an amazing CT scan and X-ray unit who work hand in hand with our doctors. Instruments used in laparoscopic surgery are chokers like these. It makes it easy for us to do the surgery through these entry ports. The recovery process is excellent. Basically, within a week, you are back up, ready to do your job, your daily life activity, like if you hadn't had this surgery.
The Orange Walk Town Council is inviting applications from suitably qualified and motivated individuals to fill 5 garbage fee collector positions within our revenue department. Minimum requirements: high school diploma, friendly and people-oriented personality, tech-savvy, must own reliable transportation, preferably a motorcycle, honest and dependable. Interested applicants are asked to submit the following documents: application letter, copy of high school diploma, valid social security card, 2 character references. Applications must be submitted in person to the Orange Walk Town Council office by February 20th, 2026. Join our team and contribute to keeping Orange Walk clean and organized.
Good evening with your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. Gunfire shattered the quiet of a Corozal town neighborhood on Tuesday night after a deadly and targeted attack left 1 man dead and another injured. Residents in Hall's layout say a barrage of shots rang out near the Sporting Dome as the gunmen chased down and executed well-known DJ Roger Escalante, who was visiting a home in the area. Tonight, police are investigating what they believe may be a drug-related execution-style killing that has once again raised concerns over escalating violence in the north.
Violence erupted in Corozal town on Tuesday night after a brazen shooting claimed the life of 1 man and left another injured. The attack happened shortly after 7:40 p.m. in the Hall's layout area near the Sporting Dome, where residents reported hearing a barrage of gunfire that sent neighbors scrambling for cover. Initial reports indicate that more than a dozen shots were fired outside the home of Ezer Alcocer, also known as DJ Reflex. According to police, 36-year-old Roger Escalante and another man had gone to the home to pick up music equipment from Alcocer when a dark-colored SUV reportedly pulled up outside. 3 dark-complexioned male suspects allegedly exited the vehicle and opened fire on Escalante while several other persons were present. Witnesses say the gunmen pursued Escalante into the yard as he attempted to flee. He reportedly collapsed after being hit, and his attackers allegedly stood over him and continued firing multiple shots before escaping the scene. Residents told police the assailants were not wearing masks and stepped away immediately after the attack. Escalante was pronounced dead at the scene, while Ezer Alcocer received 1 shot to the back and was transported for medical treatment. Other persons present were unharmed. Police say investigators are following several leads and believe the motive may be linked to an ongoing drug investigation involving Escalante.
At the time of his demise was a person of interest in relation to an ongoing investigation, and I will also disclose that we believe the motive in this incident is drug related. We don't know if they were the intended targets. I won't go on record saying that. However, as I've stated, they were persons of interest in relation to an investigation pertaining to drugs. Sorry, one person, Mr. Escalante, was a person of interest in relation to an investigation pertaining to drugs, and we are suspecting that that may be the motive in this incident.
Meanwhile, Escalante's father, Edilberto Escalante, says the news of his son's death came as a devastating shock.
Well, that was like a shock for me. I was sitting at my house when I received a phone call by his cousin. Then he told me, don't get scared because your dad has been shot. Oh my God, I said. So when we come into town, because we live in Consejo Village, so we immediately make a run into town, and that was true. He was shot dead at College Road at Mr. What's his name? Alcocer residence.
He was working?
Yeah, he was unloading some music equipment. Well, we see it was him. That's all we can do. I don't know what happened, what was the problem, couldn't tell.
The grieving father says he was unaware of his son having any problems with anyone and described him as a caring family man. Did your son ever tell you that, he had problem with anyone, or did you ever see anything that would make you believe that he was in danger?
Well, I didn't see nothing. He was always, most of the times in the morning he's at home. In the afternoon he moved forward doing his things, because he take tours to out in the sea, and he also does the DJ. We have a business of selling boats and things like that. So sometimes I go to work. When I get back, he's not there. I asked his mom, did he told you where he went? She said, no, I don't know. So that's what he's living. He always busy doing something. But man, it's a pain. It really hurts, Yes. But they can do better. God knows better.
According to relatives, Escalante leaves behind a young son, while another child is expected in the coming months.
Well, he was always with us. He was always with us. Always. We live together. He's my neighbor. He lived next door to me. So can't say anything. Always bringing something for us, and we live very good with him. But with this last, oh my good God, it's terrible.
He had children?
Yes, one children, and one is on the way.
At this time, police are looking for 4 individuals believed to be involved in this latest murder. Reporting for CTV3 News, Norma Ruiz.
While family and friends prepare to lay DJ Roger Escalante to rest, his colleague and friend DJ Ezer Alcocer is recuperating from a gunshot wound at the back of the Northern Regional Hospital. Both DJs are well known across the Corozal community, hence why last night's shooting spree came as a shock to many. In the case of DJ Ezer, he is a member of the PUP Men's Marshals and has worked hand in hand with Minister Thea Garcia Ramirez. Today, she described him as a community-oriented individual and also sent out condolences to the family of the Escalante.
Fairly often. I know Ezer to be a very friendly young fellow. He was previously employed at the Social Security Board on a contract basis. He's very active in his community. As a matter of fact, he lives in front of the Rolando Alcocer Park and the Dome. That's where he lives. And maybe not a week or two ago, he was out helping us at the park to fix the lights and the rims and the backboards, and so he's very, very involved in his community. You know, that is my focus. His mom was at home when Ezer was also shot, because he lives with his parents. So he's a young man, and his father and his mother were there, and it has been a traumatic experience for them as well. I have no comment on the reason, because I really don't know what could have prompted this at all. And so we're hoping that the authorities are able to capture those people responsible for this. My condolences to the family of Mr. Escalante. I am told that he does have a partner and has a child and one on the way. And my condolences to his wife, to his children, and to his extended family on his untimely passing.
As the hail of bullets found their mark on both DJs, reports indicate that several persons, including children, were hanging out in the park located in the area. Grateful that a stray bullet did not injure or take more lives, Minister Garcia Ramirez says violence must come to an end.
The area is always full of children. We have just lit up the basketball area at the Dome, and every night I'm told that a lot of young people and children are out there enjoying the availability of the facilities at nighttime, especially when it's cool. So that was the first thing that came to my mind. Oh my goodness, you know, how many people could have been, hit by bullets.
Citizen security being one of her priorities, Minister Garcia Ramirez is currently working hand in hand with the Corozal Police Department, visiting several neighborhoods, promoting the need for neighborhood watch committees.
Obviously, we do have concerns about citizen security, and the officers in charge and the officer in charge of the community policing were there talking about patrolling and organizing neighborhood watches, so that when things look suspicious, people are able to call in and say, well, we're having this area. So far, where there are neighborhood watch, police is more proactive and is more engaged and is more responsive. So while the police do have a job and they recognize they have a job, they do also rely on the community for information. They rely on the community to keep in touch with them, so that they are more effective, so that when you see something, you are able to report, and they quickly mobilize whatever units they have in that area. That is not to say that that is going to deter people with these kinds of intentions from doing it, but it will minimize if people know that, especially in residential areas, citizens are organized, citizens are looking out for one another, then they will be less tempted to go into these neighborhoods to do these types of things and do these types of activities.
A serious traffic accident occurred yesterday along San Victor Road on the Philip Golson Highway, involving a Belize Football Federation FFB coaster transporting youth footballers and technical staff. The incident happened while the vehicle was returning the young players from Orange Walk to Corozal following the U14 Northern Zone High Performance Program training session. According to reports, the coaster collided with a loaded parked cane truck. The impact caused significant damage to the vehicle and resulted in injuries to several individuals on board. The coaster was carrying 9 young footballers and 2 adults, including Miriam Villamil, the NSC Corozal coordinator, and Coach Hassan Mai, who was driving the vehicle. Emergency responders and nearby residents quickly responded to the scene, providing vital assistance. While several of the youths and staff members sustained minor injuries and received medical attention at the scene, the collision proved far more severe for Mrs. Villamil. She was seated in the front section of the vehicle when the crash occurred and was trapped inside the wreckage following the collision.
After the training, we dropped these kids home to different villages where they come from, ending up in Corozal. When they entered into San Victor, where a couple of the kids stay, coming out, they still had 9 kids that would have been dropped off at different villages until getting to Corozal. They were along in the bus were also the coach, Ms. Miriam Villamil, and Coach Josemai. Josemai was the driver of the Toyota Coaster minibus. Talking to the driver is that he was on his right side, of course, coming, and it was extremely dark, he said. And suddenly, right in front of him, there was a cane truck parked. When he noticed and mashed the brakes, you know those vehicles don't come to a sudden stop. And he tried to swerve out, but was too close, and I think the blunt of the accident or the lick happened more to the passenger side, and that is how Coach Miriam Villamil got trapped in there, and it took a while before they could have gotten her out.
According to President Sergio Chuk, the minivan driver reports that the area was excessively dark, making it impossible to see the parked cane truck.
From what Mr. my account is that he did not see the truck until what was right in front of him. And Mr. Mai is an older driver. He's a former principal of Corozal Community College, now retired and assisting us as a coach now. And I think you can't get somebody who's more cautious than that. Accidents do happen, and fortunately, out of the 11 people related to FFB that were in the bus, 10 of them are well, and only Miriam that suffered some serious fractures.
Well, could you elaborate more on the injuries that Miss Miriam received?
Well, I don't want to go into detail about it, but all I can say is that it is very serious, that the possibility of her not walking well exists because the bones were crushed really bad. So right now she is at the Carl Kushner Memorial. The has been operated on, and the Federation is here supporting. I mean, the bus has passenger liability. It's a comprehensively insured bus. And even if it was not the case, the Federation is still here for her.
While VML only works part-time with the FFB, she is considered one of the most qualified coaches who holds a B license from CONCACAF and is the national goalkeeper for the FFB. In a plea for support during this difficult time, VML's family and medical officials are urgently requesting O positive blood donations to aid in her recovery. As the cause of last night's accident remains under investigation, authorities continue to gather information. According to ASP Stacy Smith, the 6-wheeler cane truck was parked on the side of the road after experiencing mechanical failure.
Initial investigation revealed that the cane truck is reported to have encountered some mechanical issues, and as such it was parked on the shoulder of the road, and at that time and subsequent to that, it was rear-ended by a white van. On board the white van at the time were 8 persons, and seriously injured in that collision was 37-year-old Miss Villamil. Miss Villamil is listed in a serious but stable condition.
This tragic event underscores the importance of road safety and vigilance on Belize's highways, especially when transporting young athletes and community members. A 33-year-old man from Bullet Tree Falls has been formally taken into custody and charged in connection with a tragic motorcycle accident that claimed the life of his common-law wife. Melvin Quiscan was arrested following the fatal incident that occurred on Friday, May 22, 2026. The incident unfolded around 10:30 p.m. along Santa Familia Road in the Cayo district as both Quiscan and Ramos were traveling on a motorcycle. Reports indicate that Quiscan was the driver of the motorcycle, which he lost control of, thus causing the death of the mother of 4.
Police have formally arrested and charged 33-year-old Melvin Kishan of Bullet Tree Fall Village for the crimes of manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct, as well as the offenses of drove motor vehicle without due care village for the crimes of manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct, as well as the offenses of drove motor vehicle without due care and attention and failing to provide a specimen.
Coming up next, sargassum keeps affecting Belize's coastline despite $25 million spent. Stay tuned.
Orange Walk, you asked for a day party, so we're bringing it to you. Bay Coast Distillery presents the Sugar Rush Day Party on Sunday, May 31st at the Palm Island Bar and Grill from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Talk to me now.
The Day Party Crew, DJ Dalla, Mr. Flavor Cloud9, Evolution Sounds, DJ Keon, DJ Ras, DJ Mikey, DJ Iris, plus more. We'll be lighting up the evening into the night with every genre of music. Get your pre-sold tickets on the Quick Pass app for only $30. You can also book your seated tables or cocktail tables at 610-2965. So mark the date for the fashionable Sugar Rush Day Party, Sunday, May 31st at the Palm Island Bar and Grill, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Early arrival is suggested. Sponsored by Bakehouse Distillery, Cane Rum, Three Fingers Gin, Bakehouse Vodka, Landshark Hard Seltzer, and Digi.
Hi everybody, greetings from Philip Alvarez Park in Orange Walk Central. And guess what? Night market is coming back again. May 30th, remember, May 30th. Even get picnic tables for now. Look forward to see you all.
Orange Walk, get ready. The Honorable John Briceño and the PUP Orange Walk Central Executive presents Sugar City Night Market, happening May 30th, 2026 at the Philip Alvarez Park in Orange Walk Town from 6 p.m. until midnight. Come out and enjoy an exciting night filled with food, drinks, local artisans, entertainment, music, and much more. Sponsored by the Orange Walk Central Executive, John Briceño, the Special Envoy of Belize, and the Orange Walk Town Council.
When speed matters, every second counts. Get ahead with ExpressNet. Fast, reliable, ready when you are.
Belize to Mexico, the journey of football's greatest moments will unite nations. Mexico, the only country to host the World Cup 3 times, 1970, 1986, and now in 2026, you can be a part of the game with Centaur. We're sending you and a friend to experience the opening of the World Cup firsthand. 2 tickets, flights, 3-night stay, and daily cash. One incredible opportunity. How to enter? Sign up for one of our new Express Plus bundles. Remember, faster speeds mean more entries. Existing customers, keep your account at 0 balance or pay in advance to be eligible. Plus, engage with us on social media for even more chances to win. The 2026 World Cup in Mexico awaits. Don't just watch, be part of it and score big with Centaur.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
My name is Dr. Rosita Jimenez, and I'm a general laparoscopic surgeon. We have just finished an emergency appendectomy, and we're now moving on to our second operating theater for laparoscopic gallbladder screening. Basically, this is very easy to diagnose. Simple abdominal ultrasound or a pan-abdominal ultrasound can give us the diagnosis. Laparoscopic gallbladder removal surgeries, 90 to 80% of the time, are done due to gallstones. However, there are other conditions like tumors, malfunctioning of the gallbladder that also are reasons to get a laparoscopic surgery. We also have an amazing CT scan and X-ray unit who work hand in hand with our doctors. Instruments used in laparoscopic surgery are chokers like these. It makes it easy for us to do the surgery through these entry ports. The recovery process is excellent. Basically, within a week, you are back up, ready to do your job, your daily life activity, like if you hadn't had this surgery.
The High Court has issued a ruling compelling the Judicial and Legal Service Commission to cover the legal expenses of election reform advocate Jerry Enriquez, despite the fact that his case had been withdrawn. Enriquez initiated legal proceedings against the commission after experiencing what his legal team described as a deafening silence following his formal complaint against sitting Judge Tawanda Hondura. Although the commission ultimately dismissed his complaint, Enriquez sought to have them pay his legal costs, arguing that they left him completely in the dark and failed to adhere to pre-action communication rules. The commission, together with the Attorney General's office, opposed Enriquez's request, engaging expensive private senior counsels to defend their position. They contended that Enriquez was simply impatient and that their conduct did not warrant such an order. However, in today's judgment, High Court Judge Martha Alexander ruled in favor of Enriquez, directing the commission to bear his legal cost. In her ruling, Judge Alexander strongly condemned the Commission's defense, emphasizing that their non-compliance was far from a minor oversight. She stated the non-compliance is not a minor infringement and its impact on Enriquez was serious, leaving him in an unnecessary state of lull and uncertainty. It caused him to incur the unnecessary cost of filing the application.
I have committed myself to being in this for the long haul, for justice to be in Belize. The end goal is that we want to see our electoral divisions aligned in accordance with the Constitution, and I have my eyes fixed on that. All these technicalities served as hurdles and barriers, but we keep crossing them, and we're going to move on and to see that we achieve fair electoral divisions in Belize. So I'm committed to that. It's been quite a struggle, as Senior Counsel Ram Logan mentioned. It also involves a lot of financial resources that we have to try to get to support our filing, for traveling up and down Belize City, for attorney fees. In fact, Senior Counsel has been doing this without any compensation thus far, taking on this for a long time. And so we have managed with little financial support from the public, and I'm grateful for that. But I will encourage people to please, this is on behalf of our country. We need to be able to support this cause for the benefit of the country.
Belize continues to struggle in its fight against the growing sargassum crisis, despite millions of dollars being spent annually to combat the seaweed invasion affecting coastal communities and the tourism industry. Minister of Blue Economy and Area Representative for Belize Rural South, Andre Perez, speaking on the ongoing issue today, said that while numerous proposals and projects have been introduced over the years, no effective long-term solution has been found to stop the massive influx of sargassum washing onto Belize's shores.
First of all, let me answer your question this way. The issue about the sargassum started very early this year. Last year was one of its worst, and by all accounts, we seem to be going into that next year again. Look, this issue about seeing what we convert, whether it's fertilizer, whether it's going to be sarga blocks, whether it's going to be for fill, or whether it's going to be whatever it's used for. There are many plans. There are many projects we have been entertaining. So many people coming in to offer us the different ways to use it. Waste to energy, which is another one. It's a good thing. Where we have enough, I am more than convinced we have more than enough. But the key issue that we must understand here, and I think that is where we need to share the fact, where the information is being misconstrued, because we're just blinded by the smell, the floodings. But the fact is that no one has yet that rightful magic recipe or that to say this is how we collect, because the only way to collect the sargassum to eliminate is to collect it at sea. We cannot let it reach to the shores, because then it starts to rot. So this is the golden question that we must solve, right? That we must find ways how to collect it. Now it's spread across the entire coast, the entire region. This is where no one has yet come to that definitive. We have done it from all angles. We have done it. We've tried. It works in a certain area, but we have to consider the entire coast, right? And that is the issue here we're discussing. So it's not that we're ignoring it or we're dealing with it. It's a constant battle from the council to the resorts. The resort spends thousands of dollars every month on labor costs to clean up their beaches. So I have to answer your question. Yes, it's possible to be doing it, but how do you collect it? You collect sargassum at sea, then you're able to handle it in a way that you're able to dry it without rotting. Once it hits the shores, it starts to ferment, and you want to avoid that so you could convert it to energy.
So I think that's exactly what BIMS is proposing, because they're also taking into consideration the ecological aspect to be able to take out the small marine life and put it back in. But they're doing it by getting boat fulls. I don't know if that's efficient.
See, well, let me start where I applaud for what BIM is doing, right? And they are very much ecologically conscious about it with the fish, which is very important. Because remember, under the sargassum, there's a good thing to it. Where there's sargassum, there is also fish feeding, and bigger fishes come in and eat. So that also has been a plus. But again, they're doing it. It's fine. But again, how do we make it work at a at a grand level, at a huge. I can't. Everybody's doing that, and it's fine. And that's part of the battle. But the war, we're not winning the war against sargassum.
Minister Perez confirmed that approximately $25 million have already been invested in beach cleanup efforts in San Pedro alone. Other coastal communities, including Hopkins, Key Caulker, St. Bite, and Placencia, are also receiving support through the Belize Tourism Board, with up to $10,000 available monthly to assist with cleanup operations.
Let me know that there's many different ways where you can get the funding, right? So we can't quantify it because we can't say there's so much money available. For example, from BTB, they are committed. I'm back again to where they have to allocate the funds when it comes to that issue of building the Sacachispas structure. It's not that the funding is there, but funding has to be diverted. For example, the council and the village council, they're able to access on a monthly basis $10,000 on BTB. But you have to do your work, present your papers, but they give you that money. And it's being allocated for Hopkins, for Key Caulker, for St. Bite, Placencia, and the village council are able to access this funding. It's there. So that is part of helping out. So we can't say there's so much money allocated. We have invested already, allocated $25 million just for San Pedro alone in terms of the beach cleanup and enhancing. But again, it's not something that's there available, it's allocated. But again, with budget constraints, we're there. However, to quantify it, I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
I recall. At the same time, several pilot projects in southern Belize are testing ways to repurpose the seaweed into products such as fertilizer, framed artwork, sarga blocks or bricks, and sand supplements. Some initiatives are also focusing on collecting the sargassum offshore before it reaches beaches in an effort to reduce environmental damage. Construction of the new hospital in San Pedro is continuing despite delays and increasing costs, according to Belize Rural South Area Representative Andrew Perez, who says the completed facility will be a major investment in healthcare for the island. The hospital, being funded through a grant from the Republic of China, Taiwan, will cover 37,000 square feet and is expected to become the country's second largest medical facility after the Carl Houston Memorial Hospital. The project is being built by the Overseas Engineering Construction Company, OECC, a Taiwanese contractor also working on road infrastructure in Sartinehang. Perez explained that the project was initially scheduled for completion between late 2025 and early 2026. However, shortages in available labor and escalating construction costs have pushed the estimated completion date to early 2027. He noted that San Pedro's booming construction sector has made it difficult to secure workers, while the cost of cement, steel, fuel, and other materials have increased significantly. Higher wages for laborers on the island have also added to the overall expense.
When they told the Prime Minister about the 15 million, he barked at it. He said, where did that come from? No, exactly. And I mean, no one knows about that, right? However, and as I said it earlier, there is the discussion about the increase in terms of material, not only material, but labor costs as well. Now, what we're doing is that $33 million is allocated for this hospital. It is being built and continues to be built. The bills of quantities remain the same. The discussion is that it is going to go a little bit more. We do not have the figure. It is being looked at this point in time. It is something that is being discussed with the Ministry of Finance, all right, to sit down with the OECC, which are the contractors, and the government of Belize, the government of Republic of China, Taiwan, to look at it. But we have not quantified that yet, but we are nowhere $15 million, all right? So
that's the closest we've got to an amount.
Right now, but that's not even closer. It's closer than that 15. So I think that is where you get your answers, that it's being looked at. But man, the $33 million, if you look at this building is being done correctly, maybe a bit delayed. One of the main things that we didn't mention is human resources. There's a shortage of labor across the entire island and across the country. Labor is very much in demand for construction industry, and that has been one of the factors here. But in no way because of funding, this is delayed. I want to make that clear.
And so by when will we get a figure, because the public has a right to know?
Absolutely. We're not denying that the public should know. But it just happens that, look, Marisol, you have to understand something. This sudden change in a steep rise in gas prices that went up just with this war, it happened just overnight on us, right? So we need to go back and scramble and look back at it and say, listen, it's going to cost $133 million, right? So we need to do the figures. And when we have the figures, then we have to sit down with the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan for consideration, or as we have discussed, we have to find finances by way of government. Either way, as the Prime Minister said, we will complete this hospital because it is essential. This is not a luxury we're talking about. This is essential and is much deserving for this community of San Pedro and Kikapa. And that is where we want to highlight ourselves that government is committed to that. And instead of worrying about work hard and get the money, we have to find the money, we will. And find the money, we will. But to say somebody got with the money disappear, that's not fair. And you all can see the money is being placed in the right place. Every dollar here has been accounted for and maximized.
Minister Perez also clarified that international events, including conflicts in the Middle East and Ukraine, have contributed to rising global prices that were not anticipated when the project began. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
From whiskeys and wines to elegantly crafted cocktails. Paired with charcuterie boards and perfectly seasoned steak bites, and much more. Perfect for celebrations, quiet nights, and every special occasion in between. 7 Notes Wine and Spirits, where every sip hits the right note.
Orange Walk, you asked for a day party, so we're bringing it to you. Bakehouse Distillery presents the Sugar Rush Day Party. On Sunday, May 31st at the Palm Island Bar and Grill from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Talk to me now.
The Day Party Crew, DJ Dollar, Mr. Flavor Cloud9, Evolution Sounds, DJ Keon, DJ Ras, DJ Mikey, DJ Iris, plus more. We'll be lighting up the evening into the night with every genre of music. Get your pre-sold tickets on the Quick Pass app for only $30. You can also book your seated tables or cocktail tables at 610-2965. So mark the date for the fashionable Sugar Rush Day Party, Sunday, May 31st at the Palm Island Bar and Grill, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Early arrival is suggested. Sponsored by Bakehouse Distillery, Cane Rum, Three Fingers Gin, Bakehouse Vodka, Landshark Hard Seltzer, and Digi.
My name is Dr. Rosita Jimenez, and I'm a general laparoscopic surgeon. We have just finished an emergency appendectomy, and we're now moving on to our second operating theater for our laparoscopic gallbladder screening. Basically, this is very easy to diagnose. Simple abdominal ultrasound or a pan-abdominal ultrasound can give us the diagnosis. Laparoscopic gallbladder removal surgeries, 90 to 80% of the time, are done due to gallstones. However, there are other conditions like tumors, malfunctioning of the gallbladder that also are reasons to get a laparoscopic surgery. We also have an amazing CT scan and X-ray unit who work hand in hand with our doctors. Instruments used in laparoscopic surgery are chokers like these. It makes it easy for us to do the surgery through these entry ports. The recovery process is excellent. Basically, within a week, you are back up, ready to do your job, your daily life activity, like if you hadn't had this surgery.
Last week, the Sugar Association of the Caribbean, SAC, held its 177th Board of Directors meeting, marking a significant milestone in the ongoing effort to modernize the regional sugar industry, address climate challenges, and honor long-standing leadership. The gathering underscored a collective commitment to fostering a resilient, sustainable, and competitive Caribbean agro-industry. A key outcome of the meeting was the re-election of Mac McLachlan as chairman, providing continuity in guiding the industry through a pivotal period of transformation. The board reviewed progress on the Caribbean Sugar Refinery CSR project, a joint venture valued at 12.5 million US dollars between Sucro and Santander. The project aims to enhance regional capacity for refining white sugar for direct consumption, reducing reliance on imports. Construction remains on schedule for completion by the third quarter of 2026. Concurrent efforts are underway to improve climate resilience. Andrew Stout, Research Director at the West Indies Central Sugar Industry Breeding Station, shared insights into developing climate-resistant sugarcane varieties. These varieties are designed to withstand the severe drought, soil salinity shifts, and unpredictable rainfall patterns. The board finalized production figures for the 2025-2026 sugar crop exceeding 241,500 tons, a figure that signals the region's capacity to meet CARICOM's domestic brown sugar needs and gradually reduce dependence on imported supplies. During the meeting in Barbados, Chairman McLachlan engaged with government officials and regional stakeholders, including a delegation from Belize led by Minister of State for Foreign Trade, Honorable Marconi Layal Jr. They held productive discussions with Prime Minister Mia Mottley and Barbados government representatives about advancing sustainable economic growth, regional food security, intra-regional trade, and the role of regional refining capacity in strengthening agricultural value chains. The Sugar Association of the Caribbean represents sugar producers across CARICOM member states, advocating for sustainable growth through intra-regional trade, technical collaboration, and regional integration within the broader agricultural sector. Today, the nation of Belize is mourning a loss of a pioneer figure whose unwavering dedication to service, leadership, and enterprise has left an indelible mark on its history. Daisy Olga Marin of Curacao Town, a woman whose life was defined by breaking barriers and inspiring change, has peacefully passed away. Marin was not merely an accomplished individual, she was a trailblazer who etched her name into the nation's history as Belize's first female mayor. Elected in the 1981 municipal elections, she represented the People's United Party at a time when women in positions of political power were rare and often overlooked. Her historic election coincided with Belize's journey to independence, making her achievement all the more significant in the country's developmental narrative. Throughout her time as mayor of Curacao Town, Marin played a vital role in fostering community growth and development. Her leadership helped shape the town's infrastructure and its social programs, all while symbolizing a shift towards gender equality in Belizean local governance. Her victory marked a turning point, inspiring countless women to pursue leadership roles in a society where such accomplishments were once uncommon. Her influence extended beyond politics. In 1964, nearly 2 decades before her mayoral milestone, she founded and managed Curaçao's first auto parts store, an enterprise born from vision and perseverance that contributed significantly to the local economy. Her entrepreneurial spirit and commitment to community development paved the way for future generations to pursue their ambitions. Marin's service to her community and country was multifaceted. She participated actively in numerous organizations, including Help Age Curacao and the Red Cross, demonstrating her lifelong dedication to civic service. She also held esteemed positions such as Senior Justice of the Peace and Commissioner of the Supreme Court, roles that underscored the deep respect and trust she earned from her peers. Her exceptional contributions to Belize's civic and social fabric were formally recognized when she was awarded the Order of Distinction, one of the nation's highest honors. This accolade celebrated her lifetime of service and her role as a pioneer for women and community development. The People's United Party expressed heartfelt condolences through a statement issued by its office of the Secretary General. Describing her as a trailblazer, the party emphasized her influence in shaping both Corozal town and Belize's broader civic landscape. Her work helped pave the way for progress and equality across the nation, the statement read, urging Belizeans to honor her memory. Daisy Olga Marin leaves behind a profound legacy, one that transcends titles and accolades. Her impact is evident in every woman inspired to serve in public office, even a barrier broken, and every corner of Corozal town that is brighter because of her dedication. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Thursday, May 28th, here on CTV3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. From all of us here at CTV3, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.